Good evening, ladies. Good evening, moms. How are you all? Please let me know if you're able to hear me through the comment section. Just type in yes so that I can start. Yes? Good. Yes. Today's session, ladies, is a very important session. It's a very sensitive, sensible topic. How to teach your child to include their special needs friend. Today is the month of October. It's also a very special month. It is called as the Down Syndrome month. It's the Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Ladies, my name is Purnima Bhatt. I am here to give you some tips on special needs children and also how to teach your child to include this special needs person when they meet one in their daily life. Let's imagine this situation. Your child comes home and tells, "Oh mom, there is this new boy or new girl in my school. He's a little bit weird, he's a little bit strange. He's nice, he's sweet, but he's very funny." Because what happens is when ma'am teaches, he's laughing or he's smiling, he's very happy, he's not listening to ma'am, and ma'am is getting frustrated, ma'am is finding it difficult, and every time I have to knock him with my arm to make him listen to ma'am. And then you are like, okay, what is this? You get curious about this child. Who is this child? Then after a few days when you go, you find that this child is having a learning problem, or this child may be having something called as autism. The teacher may use the word, oh, he's a slow learner. He is having dyslexia. He or she is autistic. They're having a little bit of learning problem. And then it becomes, as a mother, your duty to enlighten your child and also to teach your child how to help the other child. Moms, you are in a very good stage in the world. We are at a stage where we are having so much of information and enlightenment at our doorsteps. Please make sure that you comment whenever I'm saying something. Make sure to ask questions. My first question for you is, what is the first thought that comes to you when I use the word special needs child? Is it are you comfortable? Please just write what you like about them. Just write what you know about it. My second question for you, have you met any such person or any such child, anyone in your family, in your flat? They're everywhere. In your flat, in your neighborhood, when you go to the malls, you may see them, like Center or Forum Visa Mall. And at that time, some of us actually become philosophical. Me, when I see a special child, I become philosophical because I am the mother of a special son myself. His name is Pratik. He is a Down syndrome boy. So October is his month. It's also his birthday. And it is also the time for me when I started my journey in the path of enlightenment and enrichment. What should we do when we see such a child in our society? One thing, you can use 3 E's. Remember, 3 E's for your child: encourage, empower, enlighten. How? You must encourage your child. Mingle with this child. Why? I will come later and tell you. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಮಾಡಿ. ಎಂಪವರ್, ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡಿ, ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಟು ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. You know why? I think in today's world, mothers are the force who are going to enlighten the next generation. Fathers are there, the family is there, but mother is a driver who a child. And it's not very difficult because there's so much of information available. However, along with information, there is also confusion. I'm just going to make it simple and I'm just going to tell you how we can look at it. Look at my hand. I have 5 fingers, right? I have 5 fingers and they are big and small. We never think about it too much. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೀಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದು, ಒಂದಿದು. ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಇದು ಬೇಡ, ಇದು ಬೇಡ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಇದು ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಇದು ಬೇಕು. None of us want this finger. We all want this finger, right? But let me tell you, you just remove this finger from here. What will happen? Can you operate with 4 fingers? No. Same way. It's important that this finger, this little one, the special needs must be included in the society. This is my society, these are all the children, and we must include him or her so that we are able to, enrich our society. Ladies, please ask questions. ಮಾತೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿ, ನನಗೆ ನಾನು ಉತ್ತರ ಖಂಡಿತ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, whatever questions you ask, if I'm not able to answer now, I will get back to you. I will look at my comment section and get back to you. So please leave your questions in our comment section. I will try my level best to answer because so many of you are watching. Before we go on, I just want to tell that when we want to encourage, empower and enlighten, we have to be empowered ourselves. When moms are empowered, we can raise empowered children. And that is when we can lead them towards enlightenment. In the case of special children, there is nothing like black and white. Just like we have 5 fingers, there are also children with various IQs. For example, our IQ is considered to be this 100%. Now, ಒಂದು ಬಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ನೋಡಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್. ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆರ್ ಸೊಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಮ್ಮದು ಜನರಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಮೂಲಿಯಾಗಿ ಓದೋರು. 100% IQ, 100 IQ. There is one more class with little less IQ. It's called as slow learners. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು this green. They are general education within class. That is what we need to do. Direct special education. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ special education services ಬೇಕು. And we have this services in our center called Arivu. Arivu is a therapy center where we are trying to provide therapy services to all this class of children. So at Arivu, we have children who go to school but who are struggling in this level. ಇವರಿಗೆ ಓದೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದೇ ಮೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್, fill in the blanks, etc. Parents, in case you have any such children, if you see any such children, as moms, it's your duty and your ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅದು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಆ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಥೆರಪಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 80 IQ and this is below 80, that is 70 to 80. These children, these are borderline special needs, this is mild special needs. They'll have a little bit more problems because they may have a little bit more problem in reading and writing. They may be in 7th standard, but they may be reading like a 3rd standard child, and they need more encouragement to go to this level. They need behavior therapy, remedial academic therapy. They may also need a little bit of speech therapy or language therapy because they may not be knowing how to speak properly. This is the class of children who come under the moderate category, that is below 70. They can also be sent to schools, but let's say a 7th standard child may be like a 1st standard child. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಮೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಯಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಬಿ ಡಿ ಥರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಮೇ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐಸ್, ಜೆ, टी's, L. These are some confusions that they have. They may be very poor in maths too. And all of them are slow. This is where my son Pratik belongs. These are the special schools. Now, it's not that they are not good at things. Like, for example, if you see here, can you look at this? Children who are in this level. ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಸಹ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಓದೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್, ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. And this is where we have to encourage them. Now, before I show my face, let me just say, if you don't give therapy, your child from here may go here. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, if you have any child like this in your family, please make sure that you contact us so that we can give you guidance for your child to come from here. Our goal from therapy centers, especially from Arivu Center, is return the child from here to here. ಮಗು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ. Now, if you know these things, you will be able to understand where your child's friend is falling. ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಲಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, knowledge is power. When you have the knowledge, when you know something that is going on, then what happens is it's easier for you to give guidance to your child. 30 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ, the only thing I had was the definition of Down syndrome in a dictionary. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. It was called Trisomy 21. I started only with that because we did not have Google, we did not have computer, forget about laptop, no mobile. So it was like the time of nothing, no information. There was no books also. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ವೇ, ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಡಿಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮ್. ವಾಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮೀ ವಾಸ್ ಟು ಗೇನ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್. Talking with doctors, talking with these people, talking with that person, discussing with people, and slowly, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. That's how I was able to gain my knowledge and become empowered in the field, become a professional in the field. After 10 years or so, I got an opportunity to do my MS Masters in Rehabilitation Counseling from USA, and there a professor was able to mold me to a professional that I am today. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ. ಎನಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಮ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ put it in the comment section so that I can answer. I'm going to answer all your questions. Just don't hesitate to answer any questions. You can also message me, but please comment so that everybody else also can know what means. They may be hesitating to ask the question, but if you ask, everybody will get the answers. It is very, very important for us to keep these children in normal schools. Kerbodalla, why can't you send them? The reason is because, as I said, if you send a child in the green band, orange band and a yellow band to the red band, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ they become more and more weak, they regress. And that is the reason for us to keep them in the normal school setting and help them to reach your child's level. Ivageno, okay, we discussed about this one, special needs children, fine, they are there. But I also must say that when we see a child with special needs, most of us are like scared, most of us are ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡುವಾಗ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾನು ಮಗುವಿನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತಾ, ವಿಲ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. One thing what you can do is, you can just check with a child's caretaker, a teacher, a mother or a relative or a caretaker about the child. Like, what does the child like? For example, let's say your child has to do a project with a special needs child. Please encourage your child to do it. But you also find out if the child is sensitive to something. For example, if please make sure that you bring them on the please make sure that please make sure that you know about the child, you know about the condition of the child. If the child is sensitive to touch, if the child is sensitive to sounds, and just make sure that what your child does is practical for the other child. You may want to coach your child on this and be very factful about this to your child. For example, you can say that ma'am, or you can say ma'am, what are the problems this child has? Once you learn it, you can tell your son or daughter that this child is having a little bit of low intelligence and we must help the child. It's also important for you to understand the myths that are surrounding these children and what you can do to help with the myth. The first myth that I want to tell is this. We always think that children with only physical disabilities can excel in the schools. No, not true. What can happen is children with intellectual disabilities or special needs also can excel in schools. We just have to change the teaching. We just have to be a little bit more understanding and a little bit more empathetic. The first thing I want to tell is they can be trained. They can be trained so well that in abroad, in USA, many of them have reached various highest levels in society. They have become CEOs, they have become businessmen. Why? They have opened their own businesses. Even in India, many Down syndrome people have become models. And this is the reason we must encourage their inclusion. The second thing I want to tell is my child can learn their behaviors. Let me tell you all, that is just not true. Your child cannot learn their behaviors because even if there's a little bit of a behavior problem, the teachers will make sure that the child is trained. And another thing is, if the child is having too much of behavior problems, we keep them either in special schools or they will be coming to therapy centers like ours, where we will be teaching them how to be in the classroom, how to behave in a classroom. You must also need to understand, all these behaviors that a child is showing is inborn. Avaren beku na marta illa nodi. Adu manasinolagina maatu. Andre they are doing it because they are not able to deal with the society the way we do. ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ? ಬಹಳ ಚುರುಕಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಇದು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಶೋ ಯು ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ಡ್. If you see, this is how our brains are organized. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, this is the right hand control, left hemisphere, and this is what our society likes. Writing, language, scientific skills, maths. ಹೌದಾ? ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಇದೇ ಬೇಕು. The society looks at us to excel in this. Special children think the ulta. They like this. Some of the normal children also like this. Emotionally, they think emotionally, not logically. This is the right hemisphere or a holistic thinking mode, not a linear thinking mode. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್, ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್, ಜಿಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ವಿಲ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ದೇ ಡೂ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. Hence, it is extremely important for us to understand that their brain is differently wired than ours. And this is something you have to tell. Just like these two are different, the same way we must tell our child that they are also different. And your child is not going to learn their behaviors. In fact, what can help is the child may learn some positive behavior from your child. I want to tell one thing, and this is the third point of mine. The benefit of helping someone is immense. This is a very giving job, like being a therapist or being a teacher, being a counselor. It's a very, very therapist job. So you must ask the child's teacher in the school to encourage your child to partner with the special needs child. The reason that time your child will become a teacher and the role model. And let me tell you all, children just love this. The sooner we do this, the better. 6 years up to 12 years, children just love showing off their skills to someone. And being a partner to special needs friend, showing them, helping them, showing them is something that gives them a lot of self-worth. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಅದೊಂದು ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದೊಂದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ್ದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವ ಸಹ. The fourth point, you want your child to have some very positive experience in their life. Believe me, we just don't realize how much important it is for a child to have positive experiences. Learning in the classroom is one thing. Learning outside in the classroom is one thing. In today's world, when there are so many nuclear families, when it is unsafe for us to go out because of corona, because of unsafety, whatever, children getting positive experiences has gone down. ಹೌದೋ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ನಾವು ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಫ್ ಅ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ಈ ಥರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೂರಿಸೋದು, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಸ್ benefit your child, because other than reading, writing, staying at home, it gives them a chance to interact with someone. It gives them a chance to interact with someone and do something positive. And children love doing this. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ 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 ಇಷ್ಟ. ನಂದು ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಯು ಲೀಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. You be a role model for your child. When you see a child with special needs, you should not cringe. Cringe ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ, ದೂರ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬೇಡ. Don't go far away. Don't say, oh my God, what will happen if my child interacts with the child? No. You lead by example. Give a smile and go and give a shake hand or a high five to the child and encourage your child to do the same. And let me tell you all, it will be the beginning of a new friendship for your child. It will also the beginning of opening a new world for your child. The child needs to have empathy and not sympathy. Sympathy beda, empathy beku. Dear moms, ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹೆದರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೋ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್, ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇಫ್ ಮೈ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್, ವಿ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅ ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಡೂ? Let me tell you all, from my experience, any families that I have watched, all the siblings are not just empowered, they're sensitive, they're smart, and they take care of their special needs child. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ನನಗೆ 2 ಜನ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಸನ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಮದರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮದರ್. ದೇ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 mothers ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗು ಸಹ ಹೋದರೆ ಇದೇ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವ ಅವ್ರಿಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಅ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್, ಅ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. ನಾವು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಹೆದರಬಾರ್ದು, ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು, ಅಥವಾ ಯಬಾ ಹೇಸಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ, ವೆರಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಫುಲ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಮಸ್ಟ್ Make sure that we lead by example and empower our child. Next one. What are the different kinds of problems that we see? How can we create awareness in schools? These are all the problems that we see in schools. I won't go here because this is more technical. I'm just going here. Reading, writing, spelling, maths. Reading, writing, spelling, maths. These are all the problems the child can have. Encourage your child to give them notes. Encourage your child to play with the child. In your flat, if you see a child with special needs, encourage your child to play with that child. Make sure that the other children don't tease or don't harm the person. Sometimes what happens is the childs are more sensitive than we think. Please comment about this. Please keep sending your comments. And I can see that many of you are sending comments. Send more and more comments. I'm going to answer each of your questions. Children are more sensitive than we think. So what happens is when we tell something, they may not be able to express. A special needs child has problem in expressing themselves. But what will happen is they will understand. Whether it's my child or your child, they are able to understand more rather than expressing. Somehow now, I think we lose this concept that about non-verbals or tone or body language. A special child or your own child can understand just from our body tone, just from our body language, tone, pitch, or even the words we use, what is our mood and what is our reaction to a particular situation. So it's important for us to be extremely sensitive and extremely careful when we deal with these children. The last thing I want to say is this. October is the Down syndrome month, and it is a very specific condition where these children have a chromosomal issue. Same thing with autism, they also have a nerve issue. It's in the brain, so they have a nervous issue. Dyslexia, they are all differently wired. Down syndrome is a class of people who have excelled in the society. They are very good artists. They are very good craft people. They are good. They can type using a computer. They can also read. They can do a lot of pottery. They can also participate in sports. Have you all heard of the word Special Olympics? Special Olympics is the Olympics where special children get an opportunity to show their sports skills. Down syndrome people can do all this, and Down syndrome people are also very loving, very caring. They care for their family and they care for their friends. In case your child is having a Down syndrome friend, you are very lucky because your child will be very, very stress-free. Down syndrome people are known to remove the stress from you. Just want to tell a few things before I end. Special children's world is a very, very, very unique world and a very, very, very innocent world. You know what? Our world is stressful. We have a lot of worries. We think about money. We think about this. We think about that. We think about status. We think about society, what people tell us. We think about our weight, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಚಿಂತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. For example, I always say, we may get corona, special children will not get any corona, because the reason is everything is the question of stress. The more stressed I am, the more I fall sick. Howda? Ivrige stress illa. And it's a very beautiful world to be in for us also. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ, ಏನು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿ. ತುಂಬ ಜನ ನನಗೆ ವೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ನಾನು ವೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. lot of you are waving, so I also wave to you. Enter into this special world. Enter into this special needs world. The other day, one mom from the group send a question telling I would like to do some volunteer work in an NGO. I send a message telling yes, please come to Arivu. Arivu is a world where people come and enjoy because you get to meet so many innocent and beautiful children. And it's a beautiful world. You can come and you can become stress-free. Let me tell you all, I will write in giving that if your child starts helping a special needs child, they will be so stress-free that they will start enjoying life, they will excel in their studies, and they will start concentrating more. Moms, any questions are there? Again, please post your comments. And if you see here, learning knows no bounds. This is the month of October. Every day is a special day for us. If you have any questions, post. You can also contact me. Please tell about this to your friends too. In a nutshell, these children can be trained. These children can be brought to mainstream. Down syndrome children, autism children, or any learning disabilities children can be very much trained. They can be brought to mainstream, and it is so nice that compared to 30 years back or compared to 20 years back, we are getting support of a lot of people. Society is supporting us, people are helping us, and everyone is supporting the cause. Please encourage your child, and I'm just going to show one photo to you. See, if you see, we have support of all these people with. We have the support of all these people with us. Learning knows no bounds. Understand, learn. As mothers, you are blessed with so much of love, gentleness, and kindness. Use it, moms. Use it for other children. Yes, orange zone can come to blue zone. Definitely. No problem about this. They just need training. This is a question asked. Orange zone kids can definitely come to blue zone. They just need therapy and they just need training. And many people ask me, how long does it take? I usually give 6 months. 6 months to 2 years. That is the time we take to train them. Before that, we cannot do magic. But there are many cases who surprise us by improving in 1 or 2 months. That is also quite possible. I just say that everything is God's will. Because you know what? We only do our we only do our effort, but the rest is in God's hand. Before I sign off, ladies, God created all of us equal, but sometimes in some occasions He has made some mistakes, like my son Pratik. But I always say that when He created Pratik, I think He just wanted to give him to a good family. In case there are any mothers who are listening to me, who are feeling bad that they have a special needs child, or a relative who feels that you have a special needs child in the family, do not despair. God has given this child because you are a good person. And God wants your child to be, and God wants a child to be in a very good family who will take excellent care of him or her and who treat him like a king or queen and take care for the rest of their lives. And for me, I just think that God wanted me to change my career from engineering and come to special education and be a special education teacher and a therapist. And this is the reason God gave me Pratik. It has been a very enriching, very empowering journey for me, and it is a blessed journey. I just want to thank all the moms who have watched my session. I also want to thank the organizers of Moms of Mangalore for giving me this opportunity, great opportunity, for helping me to learn the nicks and knacks of FB life. Thank you very much. Please contact me if you have any questions. God bless you all. God bless all the special children, and make sure that you are not empowering a special needs child. You are empowering your own child and making them a sensitive and a sensible human being. Namaste. Thank you.